Welcome to Culture No Cap. I'm your host, Eric Spencer, along with co-host Reverend Eric Helton in the building. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, good, man. You all right?
I'm blessed. Better than I deserve.
All right. Yeah, man. So we ain't gonna waste any time, man. You know what I want to talk about? We've been talking this week. Everybody's been talking about Caitlyn Clark, Angel Reese, and I noticed you got a lot of Cait Hate.
I don't have Cait Hate.
I
just think we don't need to move the goalpost.
Explain.
You got people talking about she's the greatest of all time. When did championships not come into play? Because the people who will argue that Jordan is better than LeBron will say Jordan's 6-0 in championships. LeBron's 4-6. People who will tell you Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, they're going to fall back on them 7 championships. I can sit here and argue with you that Patrick Mahomes is the greatest of all time. He got 3 championships, and you still say he's not. She ain't. She's been to one, well, now 2 Final Fours, and ain't won no championships. Now, by the time this airs, she may have won 1. How does that make her the greatest?
Just by what you see. You never saw. Who did you say the best player? You said Cheryl Swoops, or you said who else you say?
Cheryl Miller.
Cheryl Miller. But did you ever see them actually play?
Yeah, I did see them play. Not like I saw them play, but not as much as we see Caitlyn.
Exactly. In your time.
So just because we saw it more, that makes her the greatest?
To me. I mean, like when people say Wilt Chamberlain is the best, I'm like, is he? I mean, how much footage do we have of those 100 points? None, right?
Yeah, but they also will tell you Wilt was bigger than everybody else except for Bill.
Okay. Give me this. The best shooter in women's basketball.
She's the best shooter I've seen.
But that's it.
I mean, from what I've seen, I can only go by what I see.
Best passer. Come on now.
She's a good passer. She is. She's highly gifted.
But not the best.
I can't make her the greatest because everybody else that you call the greatest has won championships.
You're doing that Larry Bird thing. I know that's what I feel like.
No, I'm not. Larry Bird. Because with Larry Bird, I never said I wouldn't admit Larry Bird was great. I'll admit she's a great player. I can't call her the best because she ain't. You know what? Reality, if Paige Beckers hadn't got hurt 2 years in a row, she would probably be better than Caitlyn Clark.
There you go. There you go, ifing.
Hey, I'm ifing. But she was National Player of the Year as a freshman.
She was.
Her coach, of course, as her coach, says she's the best player. Her coach done won like 9 championships. He's seen great players. I can't call her. She's a great player.
I think you don't like her fans. Her fan base is very, like I said, they moved the goalpost a little bit.
The goalpost has been moved.
They make exceptions to like her taunting and things like that. Do you think that plays a role in your opinion?
No, I don't. Not as far as being the greatest player of all time.
But she's great.
She's a great player. She's a great offensive player.
And shooter. She's a great shooter.
Ain't that part of offense?
Yeah, you're right. Rebounder. She's a good rebounder. She's an overall great player, man. She's not a bad defender either.
Oh, but she's not a bad defender. She ain't a great defender.
Well, find a flaw in her game. Let's leave it like that. Tell me a flaw in her game.
Probably her defense, if there's a flaw.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean she's the greatest of all time. Greatness, her game will transcend. Everybody will remember Caitlyn Clark. She's gonna be like when Magic and Bird got eyes on the NBA and they stayed because you had people like Jordan coming after. That's how she's gonna be with the college game. She brought eyes to it. She's a great player. She's the best women's shooter I've ever seen. That don't mean she's the greatest player of all time.
Ever seen? What'd you say on that last one?
It's just like this. People will say Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback of all time, but he's not the greatest.
Who says that?
Oh, a lot of people say he's the best thrower of football ever.
Aaron Rodgers?
Mm-hmm.
I only heard Stephen A. Smith say that.
I heard several people say that.
Really?
But he's not the greatest because he don't have those championships.
So if she wins,
that's one.
That's all she has time to do is one. She's going to the WNBA.
She's had 4 years to win them.
You act like she can win these on her own. Her team is not that great. Well, what she has.
She got some shooters. Name
them.
Don't nobody know who them other little white girls are.
Exactly. Exactly. I can't because they don't. They role players. Role players.
She's the biggest personality. She's the best player in college basketball today. I'll give her the best player of her generation. She's not the greatest player of all time.
But do you think
Rebecca Lobo or somebody like that won 4 in a row?
Yeah, let's talk about that, man. Because this is what bothers me with the old players. They've never seen anybody play like Caitlyn, and they never made any money in college, obviously, and they barely made any money in the pros. I think it's a little hate, man. I think it's a little hate.
They might have some hate. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
But that's where this is coming from, man. Can never be the GOAT. Can never be the GOAT. That's like saying, like, what if she goes to the W and wins championships there?
She still wouldn't be the greatest college player of all time. Michael Jordan is not the greatest college player of all time.
No, he's definitely not.
But most will argue he's the greatest player of all time. I can't call her. And let me say this, just before you probably got this on there anyway. You can praise Caitlyn Clark without criticizing Angel Reese.
Oh, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to Angel. So you think, so that's a lot of this.
That grinds my gears, man. That grinds my gears.
Let's get your gears grinding. Let's go ahead and talk about it, man. A lot has been said, man. Why is Angel Reese the villain? I'm going to play a clip of Joy. What's her name?
Joy Taylor.
Joy Taylor, man. What she said, and we're going to react.
I'll say this. I really enjoy villains. Mm-hmm. I like villains. Mm-hmm. I like villains more than most. But why is she a villain? Because of what she does on the court?
She said she was.
Who made her the villain?
She said she was the villain.
Who made her the villain? Because someone made her the villain. And it wasn't her. She was being herself and bragging the same way that all athletes brag when they win, when they hit a big shot, when they do this. I've seen it a million times, but we don't talk about them the way that we talk about Angel Reese. So it's very easy to say that we're just going to eliminate the fact that she is a young girl and eliminate the fact that she is a black girl and eliminate the fact that she's an unapologetic black girl. We can take all that out. I love playing the we don't see color game. We don't see gender game. Let's do that. Do we talk about men who brag after winning or hitting a big shot the way that we talk about Angel Reese? I'll clear it up for you. We don't.
React. I want to get your reaction first. This is grinding your gears.
A lot of what she said, I agree with. Now, you and I have talked about LSU. Angel Reese is the star of LSU. We said we don't like LSU. It starts with the head coach. We don't like the taunting. We don't like the trash talk. We know that's part of the game. But we don't like it. Even wanted Caitlyn Clark to win that game. But the way people are coming down on her, remember, she's 21 years old. She's a college student. She's a kid. She's a kid who she embraced being the villain. She taunted. I just think, man, we killing her. She got time to grow. The problem, I don't like people putting down her game. I mean, her game is what it is. She had 17 points and 20 rebounds in that game. So don't act like she can't play. You pick at her because she cried after the game because she was the big bad during their games, but they lost. It was her last college game. She cried. How many people watching March Madness you see the other teams cry? All the time. So what make it so bad because she cried? Yeah, she feels herself a little too much. But she's 21. I don't, the whole, I'm unapologetic. She's unapologetically herself. Don't say she's unapologetically a black girl. Because all black girls don't act like that.
Right.
But she's herself.
Yeah.
I have issues when old men like you and I pick at her for crying, saying she didn't put it, saying Caitlyn worked harder than her. You can't prove that because you can tell she worked on her game. Caitlyn just a better basketball player who on that night had a better team.
Right.
But you don't have to put her down to lift Caitlyn Clark up. How much higher y'all gonna lift her anyway? And another thing, since my gears is grinding.
Go ahead.
When we grown, I'm gonna just say it. When we grown black folk go on social media and tear down a 21-year-old black girl and talk about how great Caitlyn is and how she doing it with class, even though she did this first, we open the door for other folk to say, yeah, she need to be humbled. If I can speak to our white brothers and sisters, one thing that a white person, a white man especially, does not need to say is that a black woman needs to be humbled. That has all kinds of negative connotations, even if you don't mean it that way. And any brother who will let you do that and not check you got a problem of his own. I feel my pressure running up. I need to take a pill.
Hey, get it off your chest, bro. That's why we're here. So look, not too much pushback. I agree with some of the things you said. But I'm not blaming Angel Reese. You know who I'm blaming for this?
Kim Mulkey is the reason they lost.
No, not for the loss, just for the whole villain, all the things she's talking about. She's been sexualized. This is all a product of the NIL. And the reason, yeah, she's everywhere, and she's with the agent. She has an agent, and her agent has pushed this narrative of sexuality, of her being a villain, because this all sells, and it sold tickets. One of the highest grossing games of all time.
And you know, and let's not think, even though she, you know, she played the ghetto role as good as she could, but she's only 21. She's gonna mature.
She is, but she's making grown up money, and she got grown up responsibilities.
But
Don't
she
take
can't
for
make
what
grown-up decisions, though. She's not
can't.
smart enough to, man.
That's why the NIL thing is so problematic at times, because you're giving these kids money and putting all this pressure on them to do these things and be this face and get on social media and put all your business out there without thinking about the repercussions that come with it, which includes threats, includes just harassment, unfortunately. And it shouldn't be that way, but that's just how it is. And they didn't think about this. They think about, well, we need to pay these kids this money, but really it's hurting them. She looked hurt. I won't take that away. She looked hurt. And she was talking about being harassed and death threats. And that's unnecessary in anything, especially sports, which is nothing. It's just minor.
Sports is not life.
It's not life, man.
Not life.
And she was hurt. And did she play the villain role? Yeah. And it made the game better.
She embraced it.
She embraced it. It made it more watchable. People loved to put the two, Larry Bird, like you mentioned, Larry and Magic. It was the same situation. People picked black and white, the black team versus the white team. It looked that way. If you watch,
it looked that way. And I'm not saying Caitlin Clark isn't a better player. She is, but you can give her flowers without taking away from Angel Reese. You might not like the way she carries herself. You might not like the way she acted, but you can't take away from her game.
No, I don't think you can. And I don't like some of the antics. I really don't. I mean,
I can't stand them.
I don't like it, man. I don't like what she told that coach to watch her mouth and all that. I don't like that kind of stuff in basketball, period. But when women do it, just like Joy Taylor mentioned, it's looked at in a different light because she's a woman.
Yeah, but Joy says because she was a black woman.
I don't agree with that for some reason.
Well, Joy might be right, which we haven't, up until now, there hasn't been this many eyes on women's basketball.
There you go.
So we don't know how things were before.
It's a small sample size that we have.
It is a small sample size. And Caitlin Clark complains, and she did the "you can't see me," but hers is more quiet, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with Angel, it seems louder, and probably because look at them. You look at Angel, and Angel looks like she's gonna step out on a photo shoot. Got the eyelashes and all of that. Caitlin looked like she just come to play basketball.
Yeah. And that could be some of the backlash. People don't like that. People want to just see you come play ball. But this is the time when all them girls wear lashes and weave, and that's just kind of where they are with it. And they making money now. They getting this NIL money. So they got to have that look. So
yeah, and see, I can't hate on her for that.
Mm-mm.
I just, man, it irks me when people feel like they got to put one down to lift the other up.
Yeah.
Man, that's not cool.
Yeah, and one person who caught some backlash was Emmanuel Ocho. He I gotta play this little clip. Somebody put this.
So if your name is Emmanuel Ocho, a piece of your ass has been chewed up and spit out.
All right, I just had to play it.
Hey, Roland Martin.
To give a gender-neutral, racially indifferent take. Now, if you want to say, well, Acho, cater your take based upon gender, Acho, cater your take based upon race, I will understand that. But I'm about to give a gender-neutral, racially indifferent take. Angel Reese, you can't be the big bad wolf, but then kind of cry like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Because if you want to act grown, which she has, if you want to get paid like you grown, which you are, if you want to talk to grown folks like you grown, which you did post-game when you told a coach for an opposing team, watch your mouth. If you want to tell people, get your money up, then post-game when you take an L, you just got to take it on the chin. Nope.
Agree or disagree? She got to take it on the chin.
She's 21.
That's all you got. She's 20.
And I mean, she didn't. She took it on the chin. She cried after they lost, and she told what all she's been through. but I don't think she was making excuses about losing.
Yeah, I just didn't like when she kind of took that platform to make it about her.
I done been through all this, and I've had to suffer through all this.
It's about you. That's what I had a problem. It ain't about you. Y'all lost. Talk about the game. Why you lost. Not about you. It's kind of like she was just venting, I guess.
I can see that. I think she did use that as a moment to vent. I can see that. I just, she's 21. And maybe it's just because I'm just getting older.
I know. Sympathy for, I get it.
But it's some people my age that's giving her the what for.
Yeah.
She 20. It's a lot of, there are a lot of bullies when they're winning that cower up when they lose. Hey, I'm a Cowboy fan. How much do you hear from Micah Parsons when they lose?
Yeah. You're right. Just like let's talk Steph, like Steph Curry. He's more likable.
Oh yeah.
Than LeBron James. Can we agree on that? Likable, not best player. Likable. People like he's a small guy that shoots the ball. It's kind of like Caitlyn Clark. They like her. She's likable. She's not always up in your face. Yeah, she does some taunting. We agree on that. But it's just something.
Yeah, it's not in your face, and she's subtle with. It's kind of like, and Larry Bird. People say he was the worst trash talker in the league, but you never saw it.
Yeah, you didn't. They didn't showcase it like that.
Yeah, and he was subtle with it. Angel was more in your face.
It's never gonna go well when you're in your face type player.
And I promise you, that's something she just learned.
It might be, but I'm gonna say this, man. I know she's 21. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be very nice. These women in this basketball game, they gotta suck it up, man. If they want to take this game to the next level where it is, they gotta suck it up and quit all the crying, all the victimization. It's gotta stop. It's gotta stop, man. To elevate the game.
Well, I mean, they gotta. I mean, take it on the chin.
They're gonna have to.
But I don't think. I mean, they lost other games this year. She wasn't crying after those games.
It's a big game.
She was crying because it was her last college game. She already knew it.
Yeah.
She was crying because it was the tournament. They lost. They wasn't gonna repeat as champions.
You think that's the reason?
I mean, you look at all throughout. You watch these games tonight. You'll see some women over there crying. Watch them tomorrow. You'll see some men crying because their season ended, and in a lot of cases, it was their last game.
Yeah.
The tears don't bother me when they do that. It's the emotion of you've invested all of it into this season, and now you lost. That's not courage the cowardly dog.
It's not. No, he was a little over the line. He was being a little extra with it because, I mean, people do that. Guys, they cry up on the podium when they have to speak about the game. It's not an uncommon thing. But again, like you said, she embraced that villain role. She embraced it. She
embraced it, and she was okay with it when she was winning.
Mm-hmm. You can't see me. You small.
But now lesson learned.
Yeah,
and I promise you, I can't see into the future. You won't see all of that when she first get to the W.
Maybe.
Because them girls just as big. Them girls are gonna have something for these women coming in from college.
Making more money than they making.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the problem.
So you don't think people like Caitlyn and Angel, they ain't gonna have targets when they come to the league?
They will. They will, but at the same time, if they're smart, if the women that are there are smart, they would embrace them too, so they could grow that league to make some more money. If they're smart. I know ego plays a role, but I'm just saying if they're smart, they're gonna get a lot more exposure with them in the league. Take advantage. Take advantage.
But what do you mean embrace them?
I'm not saying not play them hard and play against them competitively. I'm just saying embrace them as the new face of the league because they are. You can say what you want.
They're gonna
bring some fans to the.
They're gonna go out there and try to tear that up.
I don't think so, man. They always in the red, man. They WNBA is not making any money.
Hey, that might be the owners, them players. Man, you know how they gonna do the rookies. They're gonna try to prove you can't. Caitlyn Clark step in there. We gonna find out for real how great she automatically is when she comes in the league. The shooting ain't gonna leave. She shoot the ball.
Right.
Travels.
She's not.
She can shoot the rock.
She's not your average rookie. She's not your average rookie, man.
I'm not. Hey, but I bet you that defense will be different. That darn Kim Mulkey, if she quit going under picks to get us started, just dumb. It's just dumb. I could have coached that.
That was a bad coaching job by Kim Mulkey. That was the worst coaching I've seen by Kim Mulkey all season.
It was. And then you put a small, slow girl on her.
Flanje should have been on the whole time.
Yeah. Who they said the girl was sick. So you said, okay, here you go, Caitlyn. I bet you Gino don't do that.
Yeah.
Gino will probably get beat because he ain't got but like 6 players that he plays.
Right.
But I bet you him.
Yeah,
man, somebody like her, you got to keep her from getting the ball.
Yeah.
When she get it, you got to blitz her, get the ball out of her hands, make them other players beat you.
They were playing kind of soft, man.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And Angel, it's like she kind of like she should have stepped up a lot. She should have came up and helped. They needed some help.
It was like it was like they didn't realize they were about to play Caitlyn Clark.
But they knew all week.
Yeah. It wasn't even like, hey, we played on Monday and now we play. They had time to prepare. And maybe she coached it and the players didn't do it. But something went wrong. Something went wrong.
Do you think her losing this game and her feeling sexualized and all going through this thing, do you think that played a role for her entering the draft?
No.
Because
you didn't see her announcement, did you?
Yeah, I did. It was a video. The video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said when whenever it was going to come out that she had already done it. She was just waiting till her last game. Her mind was already made up.
Yeah.
That she was going. If I was her, I would have stayed.
Why not? Especially with Caitlyn out the way.
I mean, well, then you got my girl.
You got Juju.
She got next. I'm telling you, Paige Becker said she's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime you got Dawn Staley coaching South Carolina, you don't know. But I'd have came back just because she won a national championship. She was the SEC Player of the Year this year. For those people who say she didn't work on her game, she must have worked on it well enough to be the best player in her conference. But anyway, she's gonna still get all this NIL money. These people are still they're saying she might be 6th, 7th pick in the WNBA draft.
Yeah.
I want to come and better my draft position because the WNBA draft, you can be a 1st round pick and get cut because they ain't got so many teams.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm the 1st pick, more than likely, I'm good. So, I mean, I would have came back. You still get your money. Maybe she just didn't want to go to class.
Nah, I ain't even going to go there. It's too soon.
Ain't nothing like college life.
But it ain't living a college life making millions.
I tell you, because, I would get $20 every 2 weeks, seem like, and be in heaven. Man, ain't nothing like college life.
That's crazy, man.
So I would stay and enjoy it, because as soon as you hit the WNBA, as soon as you become a professional, it's a job.
Oh, it's a job, and people around you know it's a job too. Like I said, she might get. I want to see how they're gonna treat these players coming in, man. I want to see what kind of love they get from the media too. Like they're gonna showcase those games.
They're gonna showcase Caitlyn
For sure.
And the first time that her and Angel meet, that
sure.
game will be there, and you'll see Caitlyn against the defending champs with Vegas. You'll see those games will be highlighted games.
Yeah.
Now, some will say, "Well, they ain't gonna follow her to the WNBA." They lying.
Oh, they're gonna follow her. That's why I said it's a different class, rookie class coming in, man. It ain't.
But here's the thing: you let them come in, they follow them, and then these women start busting their tails. They can be like, "Wait a minute, these women can play," and then you got them anyway.
Do you? You got them for a little while. They be like,
man, I started watching them. The game to me is faster than the NBA. Of course, it's below the rim.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a good game. It is.
Yeah. They need to bring, like, with them coming in, I think it'll make it a lot better. Just like you said, they'll highlight those games. It's gonna be great, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, but I still don't want her to win the championship this year. I'll watch her in the WNBA because I'm probably gonna watch the WNBA anyway.
Yeah. You don't want Caitlyn to win, huh? She gonna win. I think she will. South Carolina's gonna be tough if they get past UConn.
It's gonna be. I think they'll. When this airs on Monday, we'll see how right or wrong we were.
Yeah, we're gonna get our picks in. We're gonna say that for the end. Right now, we're gonna talk about one of the greatest, and Kobe Bryant's ring, his championship ring from 2000, man, was auctioned off by his parents. How'd that make you feel when you saw that, man?
Let me sip this tea.
How'd you feel?
So this was your son's first championship. He gave you the ring. Man, your son is dead.
Gifted you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Man, why? Are you that hard up for money? I don't know. Because I guarantee you, Vanessa got all the money. They don't like Vanessa. Vanessa don't like them. Vanessa ain't getting them out of no debt. So do they not have enough money to go? It's a story that needs more. You need more.
Yeah.
Because you think about that. You sold Kobe's ring. Like, man.
But we know that Kobe and his parents were not in a good place because ever since he married Vanessa.
Yep.
Right? They wanted him to be with a strong black woman. I remember seeing the article. She's not so black.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it started then, but he still chose to gift this ring in 2000 to his dad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sell it. Why sell it, man? That's kind of, it's disrespectful, I think.
Yeah, I don't know that. Even if I had to sell my story to a book, for them to write a book and get paid off of that, I don't think I could sell my son's ring. I just don't think I could do it.
But if they, like you said, they were hard up on money. They needed some money. They needed to pay the bills. They're older, obviously. They're probably in their 70s.
Yeah.
Of course, they're not working, but maybe they need this money. And what? And you be struggling. You see that ring blinging.
You know what? Well, I would have been like, "Hey, Vanessa, I'm sorry. I'm so glad that Kobe chose you and that you're the mother of my granddaughters. I don't know why it took us so long to realize how good you were for our son. Can we have some money?
Click. Our phones don't even do that anymore, do they? Remember that?
Well, they should have seen this coming and started planting the seeds of a reunion all the way through.
Yeah.
Because you know that man go choose his wife.
Yeah. And he did. And that's sad though, man, to see that, because I felt like, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of revenge now for Vanessa. She's not dealing with things like
Yeah,
this.
she can be petty.
She's gonna be petty.
But here's the thing, especially we can only speak from the perspective of having Black parents.
Mm-hmm.
They might not like who you're with, but they come around.
Mm-hmm.
They never came around.
They never came around.
That's amazing to me.
It's sad. It's sad, man. It's sad. I mean, personally, I've been through the same situation, unfortunately. But again, my parents came around.
They come around.
And for him to have to go through life without his parents just because of somebody he chose to marry, man, that's pretty sad for him.
It's rough. Yeah, you don't know. So how bad was it? I mean, I don't know, Vanessa. And it had to be more than, I know we wanted him to marry a strong Black woman. That's racist. That's racist. And you go sever the relationship with your son because she ain't Black?
And it may be more than that.
It's got to be deeper.
It's got to be more than that, because I mean, it could be just that. I mean, that was what was reported.
Yeah, that's what was said.
But if that's the case, man, that means he died and they never had a relationship.
They never got together.
Never got together.
Wow. So, I mean, if you want to be manipulative. Hey, Vanessa, this is Jelly Bean. I know my son would love for us to come together and be a family during a time like this. So do you think that you can just come over and we can sit down and talk? And bring your checkbook.
Click. Again, she ain't hearing that, man. You had how long was they married? They were married for years.
They were married for a long time. Yeah. So maybe Vanessa had a reputation, but they was young when they got married. Everybody do dumb stuff when they're young.
Yeah, it was. I don't know, man. It's got to be more to the story.
It's got to be, but for them to dishonor their son's legacy on a gift that he get, it wasn't like it was his 5th championship.
His
very first. And they said, shoot, we need some money.
I'm surprised he didn't get it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, Pops, can you come over here? Bring the ring.
That'd be petty, wouldn't it?
Well, what really would have been petty is if they would have got the ring and appraised it and said, hey, this is a fake. And Kobe still had the real one.
Yeah. Oh, gave him the replica.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why that should have held a whole lot of, that had more sentimental value than the money they got for it. Unless they didn't have a meal.
Yeah.
I don't see it. And they had to, I mean, they had to get some Social Security. Trump ain't in office yet.
They had to get something. They had to. He was a professional basketball player, what, in the 70s?
Yeah. So I'm sure their pension wasn't that great.
Yeah,
I don't even know how long he played in the NBA anyway.
not long, but still.
But they got to. That's just. But that's why I'm saying, look, man, I would do interviews. I would do everything to keep from doing that.
Write a book. A book would be awesome. I'd love to see a book, them talking about Kobe, how he grew up and everything.
That's it. And you get things from their perspective.
But
why they didn't think about doing that?
Well, probably because they couldn't. They probably couldn't put it out.
Because Vanessa wouldn't sign off on a Kobe book.
Yeah. She
got him, man.
By the short and curlies.
She's like, I tell you what, y'all trying to keep me from marrying him. Whoo, I got you now.
A life, man. Yeah. Man, because he was probably giving them money the whole time. Yeah. Even though they didn't have a relationship, I bet he was.
Yeah, he was slipping them money or putting money in an account for him, and then he died.
And that stopped probably.
The money went away.
That would make sense. That would make more sense why they would sell his first ring.
Yeah, they ain't getting no money anymore.
Mm.
But yeah, but you had to have sold everything.
Yeah.
To where you get to that.
Yeah, and sentimental things like are you sentimental about items like rings and gifts and stuff like that? You hold on to stuff, or do you just like, I
hold on to stuff longer than I should.
Do you?
Yeah. And I'll even like cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I even hold on to them.
Hmm.
And my wife be like, "Why don't you throw that away?"
She's not the sentimental type.
No, it was stuff like that.
Yeah, some people are. I'm kind of like, I'll keep it, but I don't like to look back at it. I'll keep it in a drawer.
But and then I'll go through them. I'll be going through stuff and say, "Oh, I need to keep this." EJ wrote me this note, and he was 7.
Mm-hmm.
All misspelled and everything. I need to keep this.
Yeah.
Put it back in the thing.
Yeah. Stuff like that. You got to keep stuff like that, man.
But yeah, so it would be hard for me to part with something that Kobe invested so much in getting. And just be like, nope, I need some money.
Yeah, but it's hard for people to be sentimental sometimes about something they didn't work for.
Yeah, but it's your kid, though.
It's your kid. You should.
You should feel like you were on the journey with them.
I don't think they were.
Yeah. I don't think they journeyed together. But I mean, they did up until Vanessa.
Which is that's crazy to me.
There's something to that story that we'll never know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I couldn't get rid of. I would just have to go. Yeah, I'm sure he's in his 70s. I'd have to go get back on the pole.
On what pole? He danced?
Pole. I'd be a stripper pole.
Oh. He used to be a stripper also and a basketball player.
Here he is, old chocolate. Look at him. Hey, everybody got some type of fetish. There's some old nasty sick freak that would have wanted to see that.
You might be right.
And at least I didn't have to. I ain't have to sell my son's ring. Put my G-string on and go.
Hey,
he could have started an old man OnlyFans. Man, that's stuff they could have done without doing that.
And they could have put an unauthorized version of the book. They could have done that without.
Yeah, you talking about things, write a book. I'm saying they could have done OnlyFans.
Yeah, I'm being logical and ethical here. But you're right. I mean, there's ways. There's ways.
I would have tried to figure out what else I could do as opposed to doing this. But and maybe they tried everything else and it wasn't working.
Man,
That,
ain't
but
nobody
to me, that seemed like that was their go-to.
that was their go-to, man.
I see this ring. Kobe gave it to me. I'm his daddy. They'll know it's authentic. There you go.
It's kind of like the both of ours. Pull that old argument. Kind of like the both of ours. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I taught him how to play basketball.
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
Ain't no what's wrong with me selling my ring.
It's my ring. It's my ring too. Yeah, let's sell it.
He gave it to me anyway, so it ain't his anymore.
Right.
Well, you start justifying some stuff in your mind. And
you can justify anything. You know, you ponder on it for a little while. So you ever been you heard of the Pooh Shiesty?
Yeah.
The Pooh Shiesty mask.
That's crazy, man.
Let me play. So they banned the mask in Philadelphia. Let's listen.
In an effort to curb crime, Philadelphia passed a law late last year banning the wearing of ski masks throughout public spaces.
We move forward and we make progress as a people and city when we remove our masks.
Yet critics note there's no data that says banning ski masks will reduce crime. In fact, violent crime was down in 2023 as compared to 2022, according to city data.
I don't care about the stats. I want to know why people wearing ski masks just walking around.
That's what I can't figure out. Now, as you played it, one of them kids said, because you don't want them to see you because of gangs.
He did.
What? How bad is Philly?
I mean, probably areas are pretty bad, but why? We've seen them. You've seen them out. I see kids wearing them. It was during COVID. People wearing those Pooh Shiesty mask over there. But it's still it's over. COVID's pretty much over. Nobody's really wearing masks like that.
They ain't wearing masks, period. But
yeah. So why? Why are they doing this?
Yeah, it does not make sense to me. And if I'm a store owner and you come in my store with a mask, I don't no face, no case.
Yeah.
No, I need to see your face.
They just see your face. Yeah. Like, why are you walking around in the barber shop with a mask on?
And somebody gonna think something gonna pop off. I don't understand why they putting up such a fight.
Because they said it saves lives. Did you hear the kid? He said one kid said it saved his life because he was not recognized by a gang.
Little boy. Excuse me, little boy. Little boy, who you been getting into it with?
That you gotta hide out.
I mean, the fact that you gotta hide your face means that you probably doing something you don't need to do. You're probably living a way you don't need to live.
Right.
Little boy. Find you some better friends.
I mean, it's cold. It's cold in Philly. We know it's cold up there in the north.
They didn't say nothing about for the cold. I didn't hear anybody at one time say anything about the cold.
But we know it's cold up in Philly. Maybe they just want to stay warm, man.
That ain't what they said.
That ain't what they said. They ain't not mention it. I was waiting.
Nobody mentioned weather at all.
They were hiding out.
Y'all need to do better.
But they did mention that crime did not go up because of these masks since people been wearing them. It's just, an assumption. It just makes people feel uncomfortable is what it does.
Feel uncomfortable. Yeah, and if something happens, and I'm not saying everybody who's wearing a mask like that is going to do something, but if something happens, how are you going to identify them?
Yeah. And
you remember a person.
And you remember when it was a whole big deal about the hoodies, and we talked about Trayvon Martin. Remember that? Years ago. Absolutely. Now you got people walking around with ski masks. Now, how does that say? We were talking about hoodies. Now people just wearing a whole ski mask walking around.
Man, I don't. I don't see anything wrong with them banning them.
Take that off.
And well, or even if you have some type of stipulation, if the weather is above this degree, you can't wear a ski mask. Because it's cold in Philly.
It is cold in Philly.
But yeah, if it's over this temperature, you can't wear a ski mask. Because I'm assuming that ski mask ban is inside and outside.
And it should be inside always.
It should be inside, yeah, every day, all day.
Yeah.
But if it's outside, then yeah, put some weather provisions on it. But then, I mean, I gotta walk around with a ski mask so they don't know who I am. Most time people know, they know. Eric, if you cover your face, I see you, I'm gonna know that's you.
You gonna know it's me because my voice. You gonna see.
Yeah.
You gonna know. You gonna know.
So why?
Yeah, I don't think this is a race issue, even though these were black people talking about it.
I don't either. I don't. If y'all say that's race, y'all lying.
Well, it's gonna come up because that's the kids that are wearing them. That's all the kids I see wearing those poo shiesties. I'm sorry.
But it's not because it's just, I mean, that's because they wear it.
And it's a style.
Yeah, it's just because they wear it. If white kids wear it, guess what? You got a mask on. How you gonna know?
Yeah, well, you gonna see.
I don't see how brothers can wear them that much anyway.
Why?
You try to fit a mask over one of them big afros.
Yeah, just.
That's hard. I'm always gonna assume it was a white person in the ski mask.
Yeah, like ski mask. Like this is where we are, man. And they fighting. Like they got a whole like group of people trying to fight this. They were trying to fight the ban of these ski masks.
And like, that's the only problems we got, huh?
I don't know. I thought it was crazy. I thought it was interesting though.
Yeah, I mean, if the kids are scared for their life, change the company you keep.
There's a bigger issue here if you're scared for your life. Listen.
Yeah, change the company you keep. And I'm not gonna talk about where your little hood kids. Every hood kid ain't like that.
Right.
And you can't tell me you can't find some good people in the hood for you to hang out with. Change the company you keep, kid.
Change your company and go from there. You're right, because I was like, come on now, ski mask. That's where we are with the world.
That's all I got to argue about, huh?
That's all we got, man. Oh man. So speaking of, well, this ain't ski mask, but speaking of fighting, I'm gonna give you a chance to change your pick because I've changed mine. I'm going Paul now. You still sticking with Tyson? You sticking with him?
Here's the thing, man. It really don't matter what we say unless somebody get knocked out. I just saw today it's an exhibition.
Exactly. That's what changed my mind.
There will be no winner unless there's a knockout. Tyson ain't gonna let him knock him out.
I see Tyson giving up, waving. Oh, I'm done.
Mike Tyson ain't gonna do that. He's too arrogant.
He'll stop the fight.
They 2-minute rounds.
How many rounds?
I don't know how many rounds it is, but they're 2 minutes.
5 rounds, 4 rounds. I have to look. I don't know, man. It feels fixed.
The fix is on. As soon as they said exhibition.
And you sticking with this guy. If you were a betting man, you would say Tyson.
If I was a betting man,
yeah.
What were my options? Could I pick draw?
Yeah, you could pick a draw.
I'd pick a draw.
I'm more, I could see that more than Tyson winning would be a draw. It'd be a draw or Jake Paul.
If this was an actual sanctioned fight, I'd say 100% Tyson. And I changed because I originally said Mike Tyson too old to be out there fighting him.
Yeah, I remember. We talked about it, yeah.
I was like, Mike gonna get hurt. If it was a real fight now, I'd pick Tyson. Maybe it's the old guy sentiment, or maybe it's watching Mike on them 30-second training things where you see he still got speed.
Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
And
They ain't show him smoking weed though. They ain't show him smoking weed. He's still smoking.
That's so he didn't feel the pain.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, long as he ain't catching the munchkins at the smoke, long as he come in looking like Mike Tyson.
Oh, man.
If it was a real fight, I'd pick Tyson.
All right, I'll give you a chance to change your pick, man.
But it's an exhibition. It's gonna be a draw. And be like, who did Floyd fight? Was it Logan Paul?
There was a draw.
Yeah, it was one of them exhibitions, and you had seen Floyd had hit him, and dude was going down, and he caught him.
Oh, I missed that. I'm glad I didn't see that.
Trying to keep him up so they can have a draw. See, that's why
I would have hated that.
Yes, I don't.
Yeah,
it's gonna be no winner announced because it was just an exhibition. Ain't nobody gonna get knocked out. It make you less excited to see it when you see it. Ain't gonna be. It's just gonna be an exhibition now.
Yeah, I know. It kind of brought it down for me. I'm like, eh.
Yeah, and then that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm glad it's on Netflix because I already got that.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna have to pay no extra
right.
to see it. It's already on there.
Yeah. Speaking of winning and losing, man, play a clip for you. You'll like the language in here, sure.
We cannot be black and proud and niggas too. White folks are planning for 3 generations, and we're planning for Saturday night.
Oh my!
The goal for us is to win, not to look like we're winning. I would rather carry a plastic bag with $5,000 in it than to carry a $5,000 Louis Vuitton bag with $100 in it. You just looking like you winning. You ain't winning. Louis Vuitton is winning. Nike's winning. Armani is winning. Gucci's winning. It's interesting to me that.
How you feel about winning? Looking like you winning.
You know what? That was a thing when I was in school.
Mm-hmm.
Even in sports, they would say white guys trying to win and black guys trying to look good. And you could, and this, I'm not stereotyping. I'm telling you what I saw.
Uh-huh.
The black dudes in school couldn't shoot free throws because we was too busy trying to dunk. Because the dunk looked good. White boys over there shooting free throws. They shooting 85%. We shooting 52% from the free throw line. Because the dunk looked good. At some point, we try to look pretty.
Yeah.
And they try to win. That's what's going on. That's that same mentality.
Oh man.
And he's yeah.
This was a black man, by the way.
Oh yeah, I knew it was.
Just FYI.
I mean, he's right.
Yeah.
So now, Nike, the first part I didn't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be black and proud and be niggas because he doesn't understand what a nigga is. When I say nigga, I mean never ignorant, getting goals accomplished.
No, you don't. I've heard you use it. That's definitely not what you mean when you say it. Definitely not what you mean when you say it. I've heard you.
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, most of the time it's preceded by this.
This, that. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah,
it really ain't like something I use as a term of endearment. It's really something I'd be mad at.
You get mad at. So when he talking about Louis Vuitton, he talking about Nike, all these brands. You think we embrace the brand too much, man?
Yes.
Why though? Where do you think that comes from?
I don't know. And maybe it's because we've always felt left out. We felt like that would make us feel like we belong because we got somebody else's name on our chest. And now it feels like, hey, I've made it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like I said, we're the same type of people. Somebody get mad that'll buy a car and rent a house.
That's true.
Yeah, it looked like we're winning. When really, like you said, if I got a plastic sack with $5,000 in it, you got a $5,000 purse with $100 in it, who's really winning?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not just black people. But we are some of the biggest consumers in the world. That's
And
known.
half of them people don't want you in their stuff anyway.
Yeah.
But that's I think it's because we feel like that makes us accepted, or that shows that we've arrived. Man,
Yeah. It's always been like that too. I don't even think it's we try to blame hip hop. Yeah, hip hop is a big consumerism thing.
I'm like you. I think it was before hip hop.
It's before that. It's before, like you said, it made us feel like we made it. The Cadillac, the Pontiac.
There you go. The BMW, the black man's wish.
Yeah, BMW. Yeah. It always made us feel better. And that's weird though, right?
It is. But you know, just like I told you a couple times about your wife has said something about my watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you collect watches like your brother. No. My brother tries to get expensive watches. I get Invicta watches. You can get them for $150.
Yeah, he paid about what, 500, 600.
Yeah. I said, no, I like the watch, the way it looked. But it ain't got to be no Movado or no Rolex. No.
Rolex, all that. Yeah. We get into brands, man. We get into brands, and like hip hop makes it, you know, more acceptable. And
there you go. We see them with it, something that they rented.
Yeah.
And then we'll get our income tax. Not pay our bills and then go buy some stuff.
It's that season too.
It's hood rich time.
Yeah. And they taking advantage of it because I think a lot of these places, they kind of exploit us a little bit when it comes to these brands.
Oh yeah, would you?
Yeah, if I'm the one, trying to make money off of
it, gonna buy it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'd be some of the ugliest stuff you ever seen.
You remember them shoes that look like Smurf shoes? Those red things. Like, really? That's how I knew we'd gone too far.
But we are so caught up in names that, I mean, that's all that, because we think it's gonna make somebody accept. You know, here in Mount Airy, it's a bunch of rich folk that ride horses with cowboy hats.
Right.
It ain't us.
No.
But you wouldn't know they have money.
Would never know it.
And got plenty.
And they don't want you to know it.
Yeah, there you go. Why do I need to flaunt it?
Yeah.
My family's taken care of, and the next generation's taken care of. Why do I need to flaunt this?
Yeah. And they just don't see the need. A lot of the times, these people with money don't see the need to even invest in things like that because they don't mean it. They just things that
they're just stuff that's gonna go out of style.
Yeah, and depreciate. It doesn't make sense.
But not us.
Hey.
And we're generalizing. A lot of us ain't like that. But
yeah, I'm not saying all
are. Yeah. A lot of us are.
So. And it's not by coincidence. We saw, you remember that video that I sent you a long time ago? It was talking about, it was 1960s or maybe late 50s. They were talking about how to appeal to the black consumer. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
And they said the black person will buy the most expensive thing if, you know, just to feel. It's a feeling for them.
It makes them feel good. And you know, I understand. I work hard. If I want to buy something, I'm gonna buy it. But sometimes you need to sit back. Do I need it? how is this going to affect other things?
Yeah.
And, I'm at a point in, I ain't gonna. Name brands don't. They don't. Now, I ain't gonna wear no Bobo shoes because they make your feet hurt. I wear some Skechers though.
Oh, I know you in your sketches. I know you in your sketches.
But nah, name brands.
But them Jordans though, they keep coming out with different kinds, man. It's just like they know what to do. They keep coming out with all these colorways, man. They just got they doing this. They hurt me with it. Like,
yeah, they should be hurting you. They ought to be hurting you because you're 46-year-old. They ought to be hurting your feet.
they most comfortable shoe, man. They're so comfortable. They are. They comfortable, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Get you a fresh pair.
I'm good.
Feel like softest thing on your feet. Like, wow.
I'm good. There ain't no way in the world they're more comfortable than Skechers.
Skechers versus Jordan.
Ain't nowhere in the world they're more comfortable.
Oh man. Oh man. Let's talk about the big three. You know the big three in hip hop.
Can they save hip hop?
You know
Hip-hop can't be saved.
Well, let's talk about the big three. You got Drake, Cole, Kendrick battling right now. I think it's great for hip hop.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna save hip hop. You heard J. Cole? Did you hear his?
The 7 minute, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there's hip hop is distracted right now.
By what? What do you think it is? What's the distraction?
They got a few things going on right now. They got a few bad boy issues right now.
Yeah.
That is distracting things.
True.
Yeah, I think this is a bad time for it to get,
But maybe they're trying to bring it back with these diss tracks. Maybe they're trying to like get people's mind back on hip hop music instead of the outside activity.
Here's what they did. Ooh. Kendrick dissed him. Ooh, Drake did something. Ooh, J. Cole. What's Diddy doing?
Nobody care about. Everybody want to know what's going on with Diddy.
Everybody want to know what's going on with Diddy.
But it isn't that over though. I mean, not over, but they hadn't arrested him.
Yes, but they ain't charged him or nothing. That's why stuff like that. Not to say that I want to see the brother get arrested. Man, don't do that stuff if you ain't find nothing. Maybe you should have studied a little harder before you did that. You had a coordinated attack on the man.
He's already destroyed, though. They don't have to do anything. They destroyed his name.
They got him, and that's why I don't like that, man. I don't like it. I don't like it.
So you saying these dudes, they can't save what's going on in hip hop?
They're trying to be a distraction. Good job, fellas. Y'all trying A for effort. What's going on with Diddy?
You got a point. I ain't even think about it like that, a distraction, but it could be a distraction. But yeah, about 2 weeks of the diss tracks, and then we back on Diddy.
Yeah, and you see, I can more see that being a distraction than them fools who said that Diddy set up that bridge falling as a distraction.
That's stupid. That's conspiracy bull.
Some of the dumbest people. Some people can have some of the dumbest takes you ever see in your life.
That's just stupid. Yeah.
I think it's a distraction. Now we're gonna go back and see what's going on with Diddy.
Yeah. Did you hear Kendrick? Did you hear the first one?
Yeah.
It was hard for me to figure out what it was. I was like,
it took a minute. I had to listen 2 or 3 times, and then they had to point out what he was saying.
We old. The kids, they got it right away. Oh yeah, he talking about so and so back in. I wasn't. I was like, oh, well,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
It's over.
ain't.
It was like
Sorry.
way over my head. But this one, the Cole was a little bit better.
Yeah, it was. And you know, some might argue that J. Cole's better than Kendrick anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
They both better than Drake.
Will Drake respond? That's my next question. Will Drake respond?
It'll be corny.
You just don't like Drake, dude. You think he's corny? Huh? He is corny.
Drake is corny, man.
He's a corny dude.
And see, I try to temper my Drake hate just because people moving the goalpost. Talking about he's a GOAT.
Because of what? Because he can sing and he charts.
Can he
He's
really
always
sing?
top of the chart. I said he sings.
Okay, I got you.
I don't mean he can sing.
Because Biz Marquis sang.
He could sing.
His biggest hit was one of him singing.
Classic.
And I think I get frustrated with people who are overrated.
He's overrated to me.
He's overrated.
And he getting cornier and cornier. Like he's like, did you see where he shot at Travis Scott's picture? It came down at the concert. He shot at it.
Why?
Because he doesn't like him. They corny.
That's man. I just don't like. Which that goes back to my Cait hate. She's not overrated she is overrated as a player, as great as she is.
Mm-hmm. You think
and
so?
He's overrated as a rapper.
He's definitely overrated.
So yeah, I don't know.
But he shows skill too. He can rap.
I think as he's gotten older, he's gotten worse, or because I guess he's gotten more corny and
my son-in-law, we go back and forth.
That's what I thought about when I started the GOAT. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, one day we're gonna have him on here and to defend him if he could.
I don't. These guys are. We're gonna, like you said, we're gonna look at them for a couple weeks. Diddy's story ain't going away. What's going on with Diddy?
Yeah. That's what everybody. I mean, every news outlet is talking about what's going on with Diddy.
But see, now your question is, what's going on with Diddy? You did this. You put the man on blast.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't charged him with anything. How long does it take?
Not yet. I think they're trying to go after somebody bigger than him. That's my guess. And it takes time.
When have they never been satisfied with the black guy?
When they can get to the bigger whatever guy.
And where's the Nino Brown? None of us owns a poppy field.
Right.
Why you ain't getting them? Why you getting Nino?
I think they're trying to get. That's what they building it. They building this case to the point where Diddy gonna talk. He gonna sing.
But see, if you're gonna do that, why did you make everything so public?
To destroy him.
So I mean, you done destroyed me. What good? Why you expect me to help you now that you destroyed me? Because you put me out there. If I tell you anything, everybody gonna know I'm a snitch.
Yeah.
How do snitches roll in these streets?
In hip hop, not so well. Even though you're Gunner, maybe. Yeah, but not so much. You're right. Not so much. But we like a redemption story sometimes, man. If they were wrong about him, we're gonna embrace him. We're gonna take Diddy back. If he was wrong, if he didn't do these things.
And now that you mentioned that, shout out to Mitchell.
Yes, good. Yeah.
Diddy was raised a whole different way than we thought. Look, altar boy. which we should have known when he went to Howard that he.
Yeah, he wasn't no hood dude.
He wasn't no hood dude. Clearly, he had hood fantasies, but he wasn't no hood dude.
Don't we all have hood fantasies?
No.
At times, when you listen to "Ready to Die," when you like,
I wasn't ready to die.
I wasn't ready to die, but I embraced that album. Like, you know what? This is it.
Yeah, I embraced it for entertainment.
Yeah, but
I didn't want no part. I didn't want to party.
It painted a vivid picture. You could go in, listen to it vividly. You could listen to the lyrics, and it take you somewhere else. Then you can go home.
He could tell a story.
Great story.
He could tell a story.
That album, like from beginning to end.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, I didn't want to. I'd rather hear him tell me about it.
But you see where Puffy took it, right? So some of those things he's talking about are the things he's accused of now that Biggie was talking about.
Yeah. So was Biggie telling the story?
I'm just saying.
Or was he telling the truth?
Yeah. His man with 2 texts. You remember that line? My man, 2 texts. He told 2 texts.
And they say I got a story to tell was a true story.
Yeah.
Was it John Starks? One of them.
It was John Starks. Charles not Charles Oakley. It might have been Charles Oakley. It was one of them. I can't think of who.
One of them 6'5".
One of them 6'5". So he's living. He might have been trying to live the life that Biggie was talking about, man. That's what it sounds like.
That's really what it sounds like. But he ain't grew up that way. Who knew?
Mitch knew.
He knew.
Shout out. He knew. Hey, shout out to him, man. I love it.
Yeah, man. Hey, I knew he went to Howard. Which should have told me he wasn't as hoodie as I thought.
Yeah. You can't be so much of a thug and sending that mission application.
And yeah, who knew? But it's like he wanted that. He wanted that lifestyle. All right, brother.
Yeah, it's not looking good, bro. I'm sorry. I felt like we were defending him a lot last episode. Listen, I was like, man, we going hard for Diddy.
Hey, but he still ain't been charged.
He still hadn't been charged.
And that was last week.
Another week has gone by. You're right.
Still ain't been charged. They might have been like, he's just a nasty freak. Sorry, Diddy. I didn't know you was into that stuff.
Yeah, that don't.
Didn't she know you was nasty like that? Why is she still with you?
I don't know. Maybe she,
Maybe she was,
Yeah.
I mean, it's been another week. He still ain't been charged.
Okay, so we can still ride for him.
Yeah, we still ride for him till they charge him. Once they charge him, we can turn on him. We good for that.
We come right back on here. Man, this is so wrong that I'm disheartened.
Hey, we as the people, we'll become disheartened real quick. We'll ride with you, and then when we say, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I quit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, no charges.
Yeah. No charges. We're gonna see how this turns out.
Merely rumors.
Yeah. Speaking of predictions, man, let's get into your predictions. My predictions for NC State Purdue.
Man, I think the magical carpet ride comes to an end.
You think so? NC State's going home?
Yeah, I think so. They got somebody bigger than DJ.
I'm going with DJ. Big DJ.
I want them to win. I think the party comes to an end.
I just think they just so hyped up, man. Like, I think they're gonna ride the wave, man. Just take.
It'll be cool. It'll be cool.
But you don't think so?
I don't think so. Which the last 4 games they played, I thought they was gonna lose. Actually, 5 of the last 6, because I thought Carolina was gonna beat them in the tournament. Well, for that, I thought Duke was going to beat them in the tournament. I've been thinking they're going to lose forever.
That's what I'm saying, man. So your prediction might, we're going to come in here next week.
Be like, well, wrong again. But I'm saying Purdue.
All right, UConn versus
UConn.
UConn. I'm gonna go UConn too. I'm gonna go UConn with that one. They look pretty good. Yeah. So your prediction is UConn, Purdue.
UConn and Purdue
championship game. I say UConn, NC State. NC State wins it all.
I mean that would be a beautiful thing.
Wouldn't it be? I'd love to see them win. I don't know.
I mean, I picked the UConn to win it all at the beginning of the tournament. I think they was the only one of my Final Four that got in there. I picked them to win it all. They beating the breaks off teams. Because of that, I'm tempted to say Purdue will upset them. But I ain't going to say it. I'm going to say UConn.
You'll say UConn.
Yeah.
All right. Iowa. We'll go to the women's. Iowa versus UConn.
Iowa. Caitlyn get to the final.
You think Caitlyn's going to win?
Yep. Why? Because UConn only plays 6 players. That's why. They ain't gonna be able to. I'm gonna pick Iowa.
I think they're gonna figure Caitlyn out this game. They've had a week, and I think they actually prepared for Caitlyn. I'm gonna say UConn.
Here's the thing, though. Yeah, I know. I like Cait Hate. I like that when you say that. I know I got Cait Hate. If you figure it out, if you figure her out, and you slow her down, she still might score 25.
And who else gonna score though?
But you're gonna have to get her. You're gonna have to get her to get 25 and 3 assists. Mm-hmm. Simply because of depth. I'm gonna go with Iowa.
No, Iowa.
I think Paige. I think Paige gonna go. She gonna take the. She gonna take this matchup personal. I think she gonna play. She gonna match her, but I'm gonna go with Iowa.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Come
South Carolina versus NC State, the ladies.
Come on now.
Huh?
Come on now.
Gamecocks, huh?
Yeah, gotta go with Staley.
Yeah, I gotta go with Don Staley too. You're gonna lose.
And what is your final?
South Carolina
and
UConn.
You got South Carolina and UConn. You ruined it.
But you got South Carolina and Iowa.
20 million people watching that game.
Uh-huh.
And they're gonna watch Caitlyn cry.
Oh, they're gonna watch Caitlyn.
They ain't gonna watch tears of joy. Those tears are not gonna be tears of joy.
They watch Caitlyn win, bro.
They gonna watch Caitlyn cry. And the same energy that you had for Angel when she cried, have that same energy for Caitlyn when she cries. And there goes the dream of the GOAT, because she'll leave college with 0 championships. Well, I just cut a wrestling promo on you.
Yeah, you did. But you remember Caitlyn's not the villain here. Angel was, right? You forgot that part.
Angel's gone.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, it'll be, you know who will be the villain now. It'll be Dawn Staley and her barroom characters.
Let me ask you this, though. Do you think the better storyline would be for Caitlyn to beat South Carolina? No. Wouldn't that be a better storyline for basketball? She's going to the W. Mm-mm. She wins a championship.
No.
Not you personally, for basketball, for women's basketball.
No, because she's leaving college basketball.
Yeah. Okay.
Why is it not a better story for college basketball to have an undefeated national champion return?
You know why? Because People gonna say it's always South Carolina. You know the hate.
But
They got
before
hate.
it wasn't. It
But
was
no.
always UConn.
Yeah, it was UConn and LSU won. Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's great either way. But if Caitlyn wins, if she wins and beats undefeated South Carolina with that team she's on, come on.
you know what? You know what the greatest story would have been?
What?
In Coach K's last season, if he beat UNC in the Final Four and won the national championship. Did he?
That wouldn't have been good.
That'd have been a great story.
No, but this is a better story.
How's that a better story?
Everybody loves Caitlyn. You know it.
And everybody hates Chris.
Everybody hates Chris. Everybody loves Caitlyn.
Everybody don't love her. Everybody don't love her. Now, we might appreciate that she can play.
That's what I mean. She's the greatest college women's basketball player of our time. Of her
generation.
Of our time. Yours and mine.
I'm 53 years old. Of her generation.
Okay. Let's not even say what's our time then. What would you consider our time? The 80s, 90s.
Yeah, I'd say we can go back to the days of Dawn Staley playing. I can remember her playing for Virginia.
I do remember that. She could ball.
Yeah.
But she wasn't the greatest.
No, I know. I didn't say that.
Okay, well, who's the greatest of our time?
Saying we go back and remember. I mean, I always gonna put Cheryl Miller, Cheryl Swoops, and would you call Jason Whitlock?
What did he say this time?
Her name is not Cheryl Swoops.
He's saying Cheryl Swoops.
Yeah,
something wrong with him. I mean, he probably did on purpose, knowing him.
Yeah, but he's always saying that. I mean, you think about like Rebecca Lobo, Diana Taurasi. There have been some players. I remember Shamika Holzclaw at Tennessee. Lisa Leslie.
I remember Lisa Leslie.
Your girl Candace Parker. There's been some great college women players.
There's some great college players, but I think what helps Caitlyn is
her three-point shooting.
Well, it's more exposure to the game too.
Oh yeah,
televised,
and she's responsible for a lot of that.
And as well as Angel Reese and Juju, they're the big three.
Yeah, Juju's not on that level yet though.
She's not, but I'm just as far as viewership, like people want to see her. Like you stay up, I don't stay up. You stay up and watch Juju.
Yeah, I told you why I watch Juju. Why I like Juju reminds me of a young Kobe.
Yeah, you said that.
Never met a shot she didn't like.
She shoot. She will shoot. I would have loved to see her in the Final Four, but
if you watch her play, she plays more like a dude than any of these other women that you see play.
Flanje, she played like a dude to me.
Yeah, Flanje does play like a dude too, and you can tell that she was playing with dudes.
Mm-hmm. There's a difference. You can tell. So, the movement, the body control is different.
Yeah, 2-3 years from now, watch Juju. She'll break them records Caitlyn got.
There you go.
She already averaged more as a freshman than Caitlyn did.
She did.
She set the freshman scoring record.
She's the future. When you talk about the future of women's college basketball, we got Juju, you got Flanje. Who else?
I'm telling you, your girl from Notre Dame. Notre Dame's got a good freshman. First off, Paige Beckers is coming back next year.
That's true. I forgot about that.
She's gonna be the one.
Yeah.
I said Juju had next. She ain't gonna have next to Paige Beckers.
Maybe. You never know. Juju might.
You never know. And I did see where USC's got the #1 recruiting class coming in women's, and you put them with Juju. See, the only thing about it is though, these women, they don't leave early. They can't leave early. So these teams are always senior heavy or things like that. Like, whereas in the men's college game, they one and done.
That hurts them though. That's hurting them.
It's hurting them. So then you have a young team come in like Duke playing against all them old guys from Carolina. And they lose.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. That's why I would give Paige the nod, because I mean she'll be older, and she's she's coming off those injuries, but now I mean she's back playing. So.
Yeah, it's in good hands, man. The future of college of women's basketball period is in good hands.
It's
man.
in good hands. It is.
It really is. I'm impressed. Like we've talked about it for the last couple of weeks. I mean, we've been for a while.
We really have for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we watched Don Staley cut the nets. We watched Caitlyn cry.
Yeah, you think so? We're gonna talk about. Hey, we're gonna talk about it next week for sure.
I may have to come on here and eat crow.
Oh, you ain't gonna have to do that. I'm gonna get you a Caitlyn shirt. Yeah.
I wear a size small.
No, you don't. I know what you wear. I got you. Matter of fact, I'm making a jersey. Let's make it interesting. I know I can find a Caitlin Clark jersey right now.
Oh, you know they got them. They got unisex Caitlin Clark jerseys. I'm good.
I got you, bro. I might have to go to Tailgaters tomorrow. I'm going shopping.
Hey, happening, dude. Don't waste your money.
Oh man. Oh, good show, man. You got anything else you want to get off your chest?
I mean, I think I done done a lot of fussing. I done done
you got your get, man. I knew this was gonna get you going, man. We've been back and forth all week about this. So
man, I've been in fuego.
I know. Understandable, because it's a lot going on, man. People always want to bring in race and social issues when it comes to sports, and it's really not that deep.
It's not that deep till we make it that deep. So let me get this. These will be my words.
Yeah, let's do it.
Adults, allow our young people to make mistakes. Give them grace to grow through those mistakes. Their attitude ain't gonna be your attitude. Sometimes it takes some experiences to change their attitude. Give them grace.
Good words. Yeah, it's true. Facts, man.
Black men, stop letting white men tell you that a black woman need to be humbled. And white men, think about that before you say that and the repercussions.
Humbled.
That's deep, man.
Yeah, that might be a whole nother pod. Talk about humility, because you're not the first person to say that on here. I remember when we talking to Vic, when we talking about humility, like they tell him to be humble, his son to be humble.
There you go. Be
humble. Yeah, we can talk about it next time.
But yeah, I just don't think it's the plot. It's everything's not racial, but that has all kinds of negative connotations.
Mm-hmm.
And then as a black man, I need to check you for saying that. And then that becomes a whole argument. Because you're going to say, well, you said it. I know. I shouldn't have said it. So instead of me getting the fussing again, give our young people grace.
And all young people grace.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, notice I didn't say black people, give our young black boys grace. I'm saying old people, adults, give our young people grace.
Yeah.
It don't have no color connected to it. Let them make mistakes. Give them a chance to grow from them.
There you go. Good show, man. I appreciate you as always, brother.
All right, man. Love you, man.
Love you too. Please subscribe, like, comment. I never do it at the beginning of the show. I always forget, but please do it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, man. It's been another episode of Culture No Cap. Peace.